In this video, I'm going to show you how to sharpen your photos and fix the pictures that are out of focus. So let's get started. Hey, what's up guys, Dhruval here back with another video, and as you can see, this is the final output. Now in this video, we will look at 3 different examples. First one here, we will see how to use unsharp mask. Second is this example where we'll see how to use high pass filter to make your images sharpen. And this is the last one where we will see how to fix things that are out of focus. So let's go back to the first one here, and I'm gonna go and delete this thing. So we have clean slate. Now to use unsharp mask, first you need to make a copy of it. You can directly apply on this thing, but we will not have any control after we apply it. So the way I like to use it, make a copy of it, go and press Ctrl J. After that, turn it into a smart object so we can modify the filter after we have applied it. So for that, right click on your image and select convert to smart object, and then go to your filter menu, sharpen, and select unsharp mask. Now here we have 3 different sliders. First is how much you want to sharpen it, and other 2 will allow you to control like how much you want to spread your sharpening. Now normally in any image I don't sharpen things that are out of focus. So my main focus area is fur over here and his eyes. Other things I don't care about. So go and apply the amount and radius, and the threshold will be the main thing that you have to be most careful about, because it can make or break your image. And if I increase it way too much, as you can see, it will show you no effect. So try to keep it way lower compared to your amount and your radius. And also radius will allow you how much contrast you need on the edges, so also try to keep that in control as well. So I think this is looking good. Then go and hit OK. Now as I said, I don't want this effect on entire image, I only want in some selected places. So for that, go and activate your layer mask here. Then go and press Ctrl I. So all the sharpening is still there, but it is hidden right now under black color. So to bring it back, we will use white color. So make sure you have a brush and select a white color. In the opacity, make sure you have 100%. Then right click and make sure hardness is 0%. So your brush will be really soft. Then go and paint on the places where you need the sharpening. So as you can see now, if I go and paint here, you can see the sharpening taking place, and I can control it 100%. Now I can directly go and paint on the eyes, but it is way too contrasty. So to control it, what I will do is in my brush opacity, I'm gonna go and make it 40 or 50%. So let's keep it 40%. So basically we are painting gray color instead of white. So we will bring back a very little amount of sharpening, and I think this looks better. And for overall, I think we applied a little too much on the unsharp mask. So you can simply go and double click here. So it will open up the box, and now you can go and reduce the amount. Like how much sharpening do you need? You can make it all the way something like this or very soft. So this gives you a lot more control compared to directly applying it on an image. So I'm gonna go and keep it somewhere around like 90 or let's say 100 for round figure. Then go and hit OK. So this way you can use unsharp mask to make the images sharper. Now let's go and look at the second example. So here is this simple portrait shot of a model, and we will go and sharpen hair and the eyes, and for that we will use high pass. So I'm gonna go and delete this thing. So we have a clean slate. So this is ready, and just like the last time, I'm gonna go and make a copy of it. So go and press Ctrl J and turn it into a smart object. So right click and convert to smart object, then go to filter, other, and select high pass. Now it can be a little bit tricky to figure out how much radius do you need, but mostly between 1 to 5 is enough. So I'm gonna go and keep it 3, then go and hit OK. And don't worry, we can change it later. So for now, I'm gonna go and keep it 3. And after that, we have to change its blending mode. Now this is another thing that depends on your image. So for this, I'm gonna go and select hard light. It also lifts the shadow a little bit and makes them a bit brighter, which works really nice for dark images like this. And there is another 3 blend mode that you can use that I normally use. One is vivid light. So what it does, it makes image sharper, but it doesn't lift up shadows that much. And another 2 are soft light. I mostly use this blend mode when I want extremely subtle look where sharpening is not very noticeable but it's little necessary. And if you want a bit more punchier version of soft light, you can go and use overlay. So there's not a big noticeable difference, but you can go and try it anyway. So let's go and zoom out, and for this image I want the shadows to be a bit brighter, so I'm gonna go and change it to hard light. Now just like the last time, I don't want sharpening on entire image, especially not on the skin. So what we will do, we will apply a new layer mask. Yes, we can't use this layer mask because we changed blending mode on this one. For example, if I select this layer mask and press Ctrl I, just like the last time, it will just make the entire image darker because we changed the blending mode here. So instead, I'm gonna go and press Ctrl I again and keep it normal as it is, but we will apply a layer mask on the layer itself. So I'm gonna go and apply a layer mask here, then go and press Ctrl I on this one like this. So sharpening is still there, we just cannot see it. So select your brush tool, white color, make sure opacity is 100%, right click and make sure hardness is 0%. Then go and paint on the area where you want your sharpening back. So I'm gonna go and paint on the hair. And then I'm gonna go and paint carefully on the eye and make sure that I don't paint outside too much. So now if I turn it on and off, we have really nice sharpening only on the places where we need. And I also want a bit more sharpening on the lips. So for that, I'm gonna go and first change the opacity of my brush to like 30%. And then I'm gonna go and paint on the highlights. So we don't have really strong effect here, like eyes or hair. And also paint a little bit here. So we have really subtle sharpening. I'm not sure if you can see it on recording, but let me zoom in a bit more. So this way we can apply really subtle sharpening on lips. Now let's go and look at the final example where we will see how to fix things that are out of focus. Now you cannot completely fix everything that is out of focus because it's for done if it's out of focus in the camera. But we can somehow make it a little bit more usable if it's really important image to you. So as you can see, this is the corrected image and this was the original one. Now as you can see that in original picture, the nose is in the focus, which we don't want. So we're gonna go and edit eyes in a ways that they are center point of attraction rather than nose. So first let's go and delete everything and we have a clean slate. Now let's make a copy of this thing, press Ctrl J, then right click and convert to smart object. Then go to your filter, sharpen, and this time go and select smart sharpen option. It's actually a really underrated tool and not a lot of people use it. So let's go and zoom out, and only thing I'm worried about is eyes. I don't care about anything else. So I'm gonna go and focus on this eye. Now here in sharpen, you have to select a blur that you want to remove. So this time I selected Gaussian blur, but it doesn't have to be Gaussian every time. Go and try all three and use the one that works for you. So I have selected this one, and here also make sure that more accurate is turned on. Then go to your shadows and try to fade it a little bit, because if it's at 0, as you can see, the shadows are way too dark. It just looks ugly. So I'm gonna go and fade them a little bit with original image. So go and keep it somewhere like 23 to 24%, whatever works for your image. The radius is 1 and tonal width you can also experiment with. So I'm gonna go and keep it somewhere like 40. And same with the highlights. Don't keep it at 0. Try to fade it a little bit with your image so it doesn't look unnatural. So I think this output looks okay. Then go and hit OK. Now of course on entire image it looks a little bit ugly. So I'm gonna select my layer mask, and this time since we didn't change any blend mode, we can directly use this layer mask. So activate this one, go and press Ctrl I. So everything is hidden. Get your brush tool, white color, opacity, change back to 100%, and also make sure hardness is 0% for soft brush. Then go and paint over the eyes. As you can see, it's kind of magic. It's not 100% back to the normal, but it looks a lot better. At this point it looks a bit more unnatural, but we can just double click here and adjust the settings for the output that we want. So I'm gonna go and reduce the amount a little bit and also reduce the radius so it's not too strong. Then go and hit OK. Now I also want to apply high pass filter on this image. So for that I will activate my layer 0 where I don't have any filters at all. Then I will press Ctrl J and put this layer on top of everything. Then right click and as always convert to smart object, and then go to filter, other and select high pass. And I think 3 pixel works alright. Then go and hit OK. Then go and change this layer's blending mode to hard light. And since we don't want it on an entire image, I'm gonna go and apply a layer mask, activate the layer mask and press Ctrl I. Then I'm gonna zoom in, make sure I have my brush tool and paint on the image where I want it to be sharp. So I will paint on eyes and also a little bit on the hair. So now if I turn it on and off, you can see the eyes a little bit more in focus. They are not still sharp as they would be in camera, but now the image is usable. So that's it, and this is the final output. I really hope that you guys learned something from this video, and if you did, hit that like button, and if you have any kind of questions or suggestions, feel free to ask me in comment section below. And if you are new here, you can click on any of these boxes to check out more videos by me. Also, you can click on that subscribe button, so every time I upload a new video, you will get the update. Plus, clicking on that subscribe button will take you to my YouTube channel, where I have tons of Photoshop tutorials waiting for you. So till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.